Good evening, everyone. My name is Jennifer, and I'm a blogger. So, if after this piece you still are encouraged to follow my writings, please do so at carogypsy.wordpress.com. So, I wrote this prose. It's called "We're Too Old for That," and I wrote this for everyone who has ever questioned themselves, who has ever hesitated and asked themselves why. I'm scared. Deeply terrified to, God, I can't even say it. I don't know if I'm still capable to fall in because we're too old for that. I've had my heart broken not just once, not twice. I'll be lucky if I can say that it's been broken 3 times. You can imagine I lost count in the same way I lost faith in happily ever after. It's a whole lot of crap, bullshit, all lies. But who cares? We're too old for that. So I'm just going to act like I don't care. I'm just going to check my phone every minute until it sucks the life out of me. I'm just going to get a heart failure when that person has seen my message on Facebook or read my message on WhatsApp. And I will act like it doesn't mean a thing because guess what? We're too old for that. I will pretend that I'm not looking forward to seeing that person next weekend. Pretend that it's no big deal if he doesn't reply. Pretend that I don't want to know about his favorite color, favorite movie, ice cream flavor, because it's all crap and we're too old for that. LOVE is the Voldemort of our vocabulary. It must not be named. So we call it everything else but. Physical attraction, mutual affection, emotional connection, chemical reaction. No wait, chemistry. I meant chemistry. You know, sparks, boom. It's for pleasure, for fun, summer fling, winter romance, the spring that we're always waiting for, even if it's something casual and temporary. We call it an affair, friends with benefits, fuck buddies, a fling, a thing for crying out loud, that's right. It's an interest, a quest, a challenge, a crush, the never-ending cat and mouse game, mind games, the impossible chase. We call it everything else but love. Different labels, different names. We call it anything else but because we're too old for that. We want no pressure, no responsibility, no obligation, no nothing. Because guess what? We're too old for that. We are not going to get ourselves hurt. We know better. We're so much wiser. We learn from previous mistakes and damn right we're too old for that. It can't be. That's why we build this wall and push people away. No one is allowed to come too close. No one can be let in. The door is locked, sorry. So we try to act real cool. We pretend that we have our shit together when we're totally uncool and freaking out within. Why can't it be? Because we're only hanging out. We're only seeing each other. No commitments, no strings attached, and heaps of other excuses because hell, we're too old for that. We want the emotional satisfaction minus the drama and complication because what? We're too old for that. So we choose to be in the gray, in the blur, in that shallow and empty space between nothing and something that could be more. No one wants to be the crazy chick who's so clingy. No one wants to be the creepy dude who's so possessive, and yet we crave for that person to say it first. For that other person to us more. We will never admit it. We will never say it first because we're too old for that. Look at us, grown-ups, mature individuals we call ourselves, yet we're really none the wiser. It's sad and tragic because we can't even take in charge of our own feelings. Honestly though, we have to stop torturing ourselves. Stop acting. Stop pretending. Stop asking why she hasn't called back or why he hasn't replied and just goddamn fucking tell them. Seriously, low eyes ahwa matatlog siya. Jack truly and deeply fell for Rose, and we all know how that story went down, but that's not the point. The point is they were able to recognize and acknowledge their feelings in a ship. Let me say that one more time. They were able to recognize and acknowledge their feelings on board a fucking sinking ship. So unless you're in a ship that's bound to hit a massive iceberg, just love. There, I said it, and that feels good. And love proud. For once, do yourself a big favor and stop playing it safe. Love proud. And love even when it's inconvenient. Love in small doses, love all at once, go nuclear. Love the way you want to be loved. Love inconveniently, love conveniently, love intentionally, love unintentionally. Fall in love with that person with all of your totality and know that you might actually have a shot at it this time. Tell them. Please, I beg you to tell them. For them, but most importantly for you. What we need is to break down that wall. Dive head in first, cross over, stay true to yourself and love. And no matter what anyone else tells you, you're never too old for that.